In the late 1960s, a shadow of fear swept across Northern California. A serial killer, who would come to be known as the Zodiac, embarked on a reign of terror that would baffle authorities and capture the public's imagination for decades. Despite his brazen taunts and chilling letters, his identity remains one of the greatest mysteries in criminal history. This is the story of the Zodiac Killer. Our story begins on December 20, 1968, on a quiet, secluded road near Vallejo, California. High school students Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday were on their first date. As they sat in their car, a stranger approached and opened fire. Both were tragically killed, marking the first known attack by the Zodiac Killer. Just 7 months later, on July 4, 1969, the Zodiac struck again near Vallejo. Darlene Theron and Michael Major were parked at Blue Rock Springs Park when they were ambushed by a gunman. Michael survived the attack, providing the first description of the killer. The terror escalated on September 27, 1969, at Lake Berryessa. College students Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were relaxing by the lake when a hooded figure approached, brandishing a gun and a knife. After tying them up, he viciously attacked them. Brian survived, but Cecilia succumbed to her injuries. On October 11, 1969, the Zodiac spree continued in San Francisco with the murder of Paul Stein, a cab driver. This brazen act in the heart of the city marked a chilling turn in the Zodiac's campaign of terror. But the Zodiac was not just a killer, he was a master of psychological warfare. In 1969, he began sending cryptic letters to newspapers, claiming responsibility for the murders and demanding they be published. These letters included complex ciphers, one of which, a 408-symbol cipher, was cracked by a high school teacher and his wife. It revealed the Zodiac's twisted desire to kill. More letters followed, filled with taunts, threats, and yet more ciphers. Among these was the infamous "My Name Is" 340-character cipher, which remained unsolved for over 50 years. In 1970, the Zodiac sent a Halloween card to Chronicle reporter Paul Avery, suggesting a link to other possible victims and heightening the sense of dread. As the Zodiac's letters continued, so did the search for his identity. One of the most notable suspects was Arthur Lee Allen. Despite compelling circumstantial evidence, including a watch with the Zodiac symbol, handwriting analysis and DNA tests have failed to conclusively link him to the crimes. Other suspects have emerged over the years. Lawrence Kane, whose background and behavior raised suspicion, and Richard Gaykowski, a journalist with potential ties to the case, are among them. Yet, none have been definitively proven to be the Zodiac. Recent developments, including advanced DNA testing, have reignited hopes of solving the case. In 2020, a team of codebreakers finally cracked the 340-character cipher, but it offered no new clues to the Zodiac's identity. The Zodiac Killer's legacy extends beyond his crimes. His story has inspired countless books, documentaries, and films, most notably the 2007 movie Zodiac, directed by David Fincher. The public's fascination with the Zodiac Killer has endured, with online communities and amateur sleuths continually poring over the details in search of the truth. Despite decades of investigation, the Zodiac Killer's identity remains a mystery. His crimes, letters, and taunts have left an indelible mark on history. As technology advances and interest in the case persists, there is hope that one day, the Zodiac will finally be unmasked. Until then, the question lingers, who was the Zodiac Killer? Thank you for watching. If you have theories or insights, please share them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more mysteries.